Hey everyone, welcome to your practice. I'm Jacq, this is Yoga TX, and this is a practice that I hope will offer some relief for times that feel crappy, anxious, stressy. I know that we can all relate. So this will be grounding and clearing. So please have a strap or a belt or like the string from your robe, whatever you have at home. And if you know that you're pretty okay with binds, then you don't need that. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you do need that. I'm sitting on a little blanket. I invite you to start there as well. Let's start with a breath practice. So listen first, I'll kind of give you the layout and then we'll try it together. This is called the 4-7-8 breath, which is exactly how it goes. A count of 4, a count of 7, a count of 8. So we'll breathe in for a count of 4, we'll hold for a count of 7, and then we'll exhale for a count of 8. I'll say that again. We'll breathe in for 4, breathing in through the nose, holding for 7, and then exhaling for 8. And the exhale is through the mouth with like a little swooshy whooshy sound. You want to make the sound, okay? This breath, actually, if you look it up, there's a lot of studies on how it's really helpful for stress relief. So if you're not used to holding your breath, say for 7 seconds or 7 counts like we're gonna do, you could do it a little shorter. Never go past your limit of what feels safe, okay? So take a couple clearing breaths on your own, breathing in, breathing out, just feeling like you're kind of cleaning the slate. I'll do 1 round and then we'll do 4 together. Okay, I'll try to keep track of that. So watch, breathing in for 4, holding for 7, exhaling for 8. Together we'll breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 8. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Last time, inhale for 4. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. Inhale and exhale, breathe normally. Take your hands to a prayer and pause for a moment. You might let your eyes close, doing an internal reflection. Notice how that was for you, and if it was your first time, maybe it was a little clunky, and that's all good. With practice, we'll get there. Let's take the arms up, breathing in. Twist over to your right, breathing out. You can look past your back shoulder or look in that direction and then sit up taller. So actually focus less on the twist and more on the length of your spine. In your twist, take your back arm to the sky. So stay twisted and reach your right arm up. And then take a side bend, leaning toward your left knee. From here, take your right hand to your left knee, so your arms will crisscross, and then bow in through center. Round your spine, think cat pose. Hug navel in towards spine, let the chin drop into the throat, breathing in and out through your nose. Let's rise up with eagle arms. So your left arm is already underneath. Just move around a little bit. So you stretch the shoulder blades at the back of the heart. You can lift it up. You can kind of circle it. Don't worry about doing it right. Just let it feel yummy. And then inhale, take your arms back up. Breathing in, reach up. We'll twist to the left, breathing out. Left arm behind you. Fingertips can touch down to the ground, sitting up nice and tall. So relax the shoulders and let the sternum lift up. You can gaze behind you. Smooth breath in and out through the nose. Take your back arm to the sky so your left arm reaches up, and then lean toward your right shoulder, lean toward your right knee, keeping your right hand on the opposite knee. And then crisscross, bow through center, left hand, right knee, chin to throat, hollow out the belly, round the spine. Eagle arms as you rise up. You've already got one arm underneath, and just find a little bit of free movement there. Let's take it into an altar pose. So bring your hands behind you, feet to the ground in front of you. As you inhale, lift up. And then as you exhale, you can let your head fall back. Sink your seat back down on your mat and take your legs wide. So we'll all have a different depth here. Go as far as feels okay to sit up tall. And then bring a soft bend in your knees so you can sit up super tall and take your arms up. As you exhale, tip your hands forward, touch down to the ground, and then this might be as far as you go. You can drop your chin into your throat. If you have further to go, walk your arms forward. So taking a fold, and then check your toes, check your knees. Make sure they're pointing straight up toward the sky. So you're not letting the legs turn in at all. Breathe through the nose and imagine you could inflate all the way into the lower back. The next time you exhale, walk your hands toward your left leg. So your belly comes closer to your left thigh, heart faces the earth. You might take your right hand outside your left foot. And then travel back through center. So take your hands, just walk over to the other side. Position the belly over the thigh. Let yourself bow forward and down. So rather than just rounding in here, let the heart move forward and then down. Option to take left hand outside of your right foot. And then sit yourself up tall. Take your arms up through center, breathe in. This time we'll take a side bend, so left hand will come to the top of the left leg, anywhere, and then reach your right arm over. With your left hand on your left leg, use that to help you turn open to the sky. And then notice if your shoulders crowd your ears, and then cut that out. Don't bring your shoulders up toward your ears. Give yourself a little more space. Take one more breath in. And one more breath out. Let's rise up on an inhale. So both arms come up. Keep it simple. Tip right over to the other side. Right hand on top of right shin or thigh. Use that to help you turn open. Left arm reaches over. Shoulders out of ears. Breath is easy. Inhale, rise up, both arms up. And then let your hands come close to your knees. Take your hands underneath your knees so you can bend them. And one at a time, walk your feet in. Let's come into Bado Kanasana, or butterfly pose. So feet come close together, knees wide. Sit yourself up nice and tall. Take a big breath in. And we'll bow, but I want you to remember forward and down. So you're not just collapsing. And then when you can't go forward anymore from your mid back and upper back, go ahead and round. Let your jaw relax. So you might feel your teeth part slightly. Imagine your inner ears could open a little wider. From here, look forward. Look forward with your eyes and your heart. So you sit up with a flat back. And bring your right foot to the ground in front of your left shin. So you'll probably have to scoot the whole thing over a little bit. So your left shin is in front of you and your right foot is on the ground. We'll take an open twist. So take your right arm inside your right leg and twist to your left. Your left fingertips can tent behind you. You could take your first two fingers and hook them around your right toe. And then notice what's happening with the shoulders. Don't crowd the heart. Let the sternum lift up. Stay here for another full round of breath. Let your chin come toward your right shoulder this time. Good. Bring your head back to neutral and then release and switch your legs. Right shin lays across in front of you, left foot to the ground, left arm inside the leg, twist to your right. See if you can keep both sit bones more or less on the ground. Your left sit bone might try to lift a little bit. See if you can keep the weight even for now. Peace fingers of the left hand can hook the big toe. And again, anytime we're making contact here, left arm, left leg, use that as leverage to twist, to lift the sternum. Good, and then let yourself untwist. Let's take another altar pose. Hands behind you, feet in front of you. Big breath in. Breathe out. Sink your seat down to the ground and then roll over, cross your shins, tuck your toes behind you. Sit on your heels. Everyone's favorite pose. So if this is like a lot for you right away, keep your hands on the ground and just play with setting some weight onto the feet. And if this is kind of easy for you, just look at your toes and make sure your pinky toes are touching the ground too. So stretching into the bottoms of the feet. Let's stay for 3 more breaths. Hands just resting on the thighs, shoulders stacked over the hips. So spine is long. Spine is long in most of our poses simply so that we can breathe. Take 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Good, bring your hands down to the ground. Tap the tops of your feet on the mat a little bit just to kind of shake that out. And then we'll go for a deeper twist. So cross your shins and have a seat on your butt. Set your feet up the same way. Set your legs up the same way. So left shin in front of you, right foot to the ground. So this is a variation of Marichiasana, or this sage twist. So we worked with our open twist. You can watch first where we were here, right? So now we have the option to find the bind. I'll use my strap to show you how it's useful here. So get your legs set up and then get your strap in your right hand. Right arm is inside the right leg. Make sure the tail of your strap is behind you. It's always kind of awkward to grab our strap. So left hand grabs the strap wherever it is, right? So you can be here. And the idea is that you can get a little bit closer on the strap. So you can start to wrap your right arm, right forearm closer to your seat, okay? And then keep turning open to look behind you. If you have any further to explore, you can see if your hands will meet and then take your chest a little more forward. You can draw your chin toward your front shoulder now and let your chin drop down. Big opening into the left side of the body. Take 1 more breath in and 1 more breath out. Go ahead and let your chin lift, unhook your hands, and take your strap around the ball of your right foot. Extend your right foot long. Take your strap in your left hand, open your right arm behind you, take a twist. Lifting up through the chest, stretching out through the back arm. And then look at your right toes, bring your right foot back down to the ground, and we'll switch our legs. So same thing on the other side. Left foot to the ground, right shin lays across the mat. Set your strap up, so you got one end of the strap behind you, one end in front of you. Start with your right fingers behind you, reach your left arm up. Breathe in. Left arm comes inside your left leg, twist to breathe out. And then find your strap with your hands and just see what you've got here. So starting to lean forward, you can let the right or left elbow tuck as you bend, finding more of the strap, turn behind you. And feel like, okay, this is interesting. You might see if your hands can meet and start to lean your chest forward. Your left sit bone can lift a little bit. As you look forward, let your chin drop into your throat. And take one more breath in. One more breath out. And lift your head, release your arms, take your strap around the ball of your left foot. Stretch your left leg forward, and the strap will come into your right hand. Remember, sit up tall. It's fine if you have a bend in your front knee as you twist to your left. Lengthen the spine is much more important than lengthen the leg, because the torso is housing all of the organs that let us breathe fully, which really is the magic of this practice. Look at your left foot, put your left foot down on the ground, set your prop off to the side, and if you've got your blanket or you have a bolster, slip it under your knees as you lie down on your back for Shavasana. Take your time as you let yourself lay down. You can rest your arms by your sides with your palms open and kind of snuggle your shoulder blades together behind the heart. And then notice if your legs could relax anymore. Sometimes turning the toes out slightly invites the big muscles to ungrip the bones of the legs. Take a big breath in. Big sigh out. And then let yourself rest. If you have time to stay, please do. If you're ready to close your practice one at a time, draw your feet to the ground. Blink your eyes a couple times. You can stretch open and close your hands, maybe stretch your arms overhead. And then roll onto your side. Pause, really let your body be heavy. One more moment. And then press yourself up to a seat. Taking your time to sit nice and tall. Let's take the palms to face down. Thank yourself for showing up. I thank you as always for your practice. Let's bring the palms to press and we'll chant the sound of Om one time to close our practice. Take a big breath in. Om. You can let your mind bow into your heart space. And then lift your head, let your eyes open. Thank you so much. I'm Jacq. You can find my website at mindfulish.org, and I will see you next time.